All right, everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. Tonight is Monday, September 14th. Welcome to the Team 360 call. My name is Tanya Landis, and I am really excited to have you guys here tonight. I just am actually going to do a call about how to set yourself up for success for the fall. What you got to know is the fall is a great time to be a coach. Everybody is back from summer break. Their kids are going back to school. Everybody is, the fall is coming, holidays are coming. People are craving routine, and they're like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done all those barbecues this summer. I really need to get on a schedule. Everybody's craving a schedule. So what you really need to do is you need to be there for them. And make sure that you are having success, you're reaching out to people and talking to them. Hold on one second. One person can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Can other people hear me? Yeah. You might want to check your speaker. Sorry, here. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. 1 second here. We have a couple people, one person that can't hear me, so I'm just trying to make sure she can hear me, and it's her first team call, so I want to make sure she can hear. Okay. All right. So really what you guys want to make sure that you do is that you're there, available, and people know you're available for them with the, so they're your go-to person. You're their go-to person when they decide to get on a schedule and get healthy. So you need to make sure that you're doing the vital behaviors. I don't know how else to tell you this. You have to do all three. As Mike Ryan had mentioned at the retreat that we hosted a few weeks ago that I was at, they're like your computer password. You need all of the letters to get into your computer. And that's the same with this business. You have to do all three of the vital behaviors. You can't skip any of them. I'm sorry, I've tried. I've seen other coaches try. You never hear people get on, that are successful, they get on stage and say, oh yeah, I did it with the vital behavior number 1. No, they did all three. You got to do all three. No excuses. So this is our busy time. So it's the time to put, the pedal to the metal, grind it out, get it done. It's, you just got to do it. So I wanted to start off with just a few quotes to kind of get you guys inspired. First, I want you to tell yourself you can and you will. Be here in a year. Don't look at this as, oh, I'm just going to give this Beachbody business like a week, or, maybe I'll give it 3 months. And if I can't do it in 3 months, I'm just going to quit. Do you go to college and say, okay, I'm just going to give this a few weeks here at college that I just invested in, and if it doesn't work out, I'm just going to drop out? No, you go in with the mindset that you're going to finish and you're going to do it. And that's the way you should go into it with this business. You need to be here. You need to commit to being here. And no matter what, you work through it. The business works. The only variable is you. And it took me a while to realize that. And that's why I'm saying this, is because I struggled for a while, but it was because of me. I wasn't truly doing the work that I should have been doing. I was doing work, but I was doing busy work. I was doing not high value activities. So make sure that you are truly doing the work and you're doing the high value activities. Okay. Failures. I've heard a lot of you guys message me, your fear is failing. And I get that. I'm scared of failing too, but you know what you have to realize is failures are not failing. What it is it's learning. You learn from them. You learn from your mistakes. If you're a parent and you have children, you don't tell your kids if they got an F on their test, well, yeah, you're a total failure. No, you tell them, you know what, you learn from this and let's try better. Let's practice, let's see if we can get better on your next test. That's what you say. It's learning. It's not the end all. It does not define you. We all fail. Everybody fails. It's just life. That's the only way you're going to learn, is if you do fail, and it means you're taking risks. And you just need to use it as a learning tool and say, okay, what should I be doing differently? What can I do differently next? So I know failure is a huge fear. It was a fear of mine. I still am fearful of it. But I have to remind myself, what is the truth? It's learning. Failures are learning. I'm not actually failing. You're going to get better as you go on as a coach. You're not going to know everything in the beginning. And I know some of you have been coaches for a while and you feel like, oh, I've been a coach for a long time, I know everything. No, you don't. I don't know everything. The top coach doesn't know everything, and I don't pretend to know everything. We learn as we get better. We learn what's working. We learn what is going to make us better coaches, better leaders, better people. So make sure that you realize that you don't know it all, and nobody can know it all. But thank goodness there's Google, because Google seems to know it. So just make sure that you know that you don't have to know everything, and you don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, and nobody expects you to be perfect. And who wants to be coached by Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect? Nobody does. Nobody's attracted to that person. They want to be coached by someone who's real, authentic, and honest, and has integrity. So that's what you really need to focus on. So do not count yourself out, and just know that you are good enough because someone on our team, and we have a really kick butt team, invited you to this opportunity. So they saw something in you that made them think that you would be an excellent coach. So live it out, own it, and do it. I saw a quote, self-doubt is like drinking battery acid. And that is so true. And who wants to drink battery acid? So Jess, the self-doubt, when that starts coming into your mind, I want you to say, okay, where is this coming from? This is not true. Why am I thinking this? It is, what's the truth in this situation? And turn it around. Don't succumb to those lies and that are coming in your head. Your mind can be your worst enemy, or it can be your biggest asset. So make it your biggest asset. And when it comes at you and you get that, oh, I'm not good enough, I am a horrible coach. And, I just had this with parenting, and I have it with coaching too. I have one of my girls is a little challenging, and she made me want to rip my hair out this weekend. And she won't listen to me no matter what I do. And I'm like, I am the worst parent ever. I don't know what I did. Something I'm doing isn't working with her. I'm a horrible mom. Well, that's not true. I had to look at the situation and be like, all right, my daughter is really wanting to be independent, and we just got to work forward from it. I had to really just think about what's the truth of the situation. And you need to do that with everything in life, because it's always going to come at you. You never know where, when, and you just need to turn it around and be like, what is true? And look at that. One of the most important things that I heard from Mike Ryan talk, and he's a 15-star diamond coach. He's amazing. He's been in the business a long time, but he's just very honest and authentic and full, he just kind of tells it how it is. But he said this business is not what you can or can't do. It's about what you will do. So when you're thinking about doing something, it's not that you can or can't do it. It is what you will do. And you need to do the work. There's no way around it. So make sure that when you're like, I can't do that, then you're like, you know what? It's just I'm not willing to do it. Be honest, because, you got to be willing to do the work. And I know for me, this has held true so long in my life. I used to hate working out. I couldn't think of anything worse doing, running. Running was horrible. I thought running was the worst thing ever. It was a punishment. And the only time I ran was if I was being chased or there was a good sale at the mall. That was it. And now I'm running is one of my favorite activities. But I remember the first time I ran, and the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. And I'm like, I'm going to die. And someone it's going to be really embarrassing when my family has to come pick me up off the side of the road, when I have to call them to let them know that, I can't make it anymore. But you know what? That never happened. I just kept doing it, and I kept doing it, and I got better. And now it's one of my favorite activities, and I crave running. I love running. So if I wouldn't have said, if I just kept telling myself, because I told myself for over 30 years, I can't run. And then now I can run, and I can run really well. But it wasn't overnight, and it wasn't easy. I had to work at it, and I had to tell myself, I can do this, and I will do this. That's what it was. I had to make the decision. So it's the same with the business. It's not what you can or can't do, because you all are capable. You all can do this. It's what you will do. So think about that when you're thinking, oh, I can't do that. Is it because you can't? You physically can't? You really can't? Are your arms broken and you can't type on your computer? No, it's because you won't do it. So do it. It's what you got to do it. Be interested in others and not just interesting. A lot of people will talk to prospects and be like, talking. And I know I'm guilty of this because I like to talk. But you need to be interested in other people, not just interesting. So really, you remember that when you're talking to someone, you're like, okay, I'm interested in you. I want to know more about you. What are your goals? What do you like to do for fun? What are your, dreams? What are your aspirations? Be interested in them, because chances are that, they want someone to ask them. The sole reason that I'm here as a coach right now today is because my coach met me at a dance class. It was our daughter's dance class, and I've told the story before. And I was a burned out mom of 3. I was eating crackers, Skittles, and drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper. It did not look like the epitome of health, and I was not. I was wearing yoga pants still, and I'd already had my baby several months prior. And she just started talking to me, and she started asking me about me. And here I am, a mom of 3 at home all day. My husband works long hours. Nobody asked me about me. My kids don't ask me about me. And she was asking me. She was interested, and she was genuinely interested. She's like, well, what do you like to do? She didn't even know me. But she got to know me because she was interested. And I opened up to her, and I accepted her help because she was interested in me. She didn't sit there and talk about herself. She just started asking me questions about me. She was interested. So I think back to that a lot when I talk to people and I find out about them. I want to know about them. I want to know what they want to do. What are their goals? What are their dreams? Because I want to help them reach them. So make sure that you are interested in them. And the last quote I want to give you, or little saying here, is believe in yourself. You really got to believe in yourself. I believe in you, and your coach believes in you. So you need to believe in yourself. That is the most important thing. As far as getting yourself set up for the fall, which is one of my favorite times of year, this is a biggie, you guys. So it is going to be awesome this month, October, November, and usually December's super slow, but Beachbody did us a huge favor because they're going to launch Hammer and Chisel in December. So that is going to be amazing, you guys. That is going to make Christmas just off the hook. So what you want to do, though, for the next few months is you want to be working your business and making sure that you keep it simple and don't overcomplicate this business. It's not a complicated business. It's a simple business. Like I said, you do the 3 vital behaviors and you do them consistently. One of your homework assignments, if you haven't done it already, is make sure you listen to this morning's National Wake Up Call with Stephanie Chico. She talked about the Power Hour. You guys, this girl is amazing. And it's not rocket science what she's saying. It's the list that she wrote, that she had, I copied it down. And I'm like, this is the stuff I do every day. I started doing this stuff when I was first a coach, and I still do it all. That's what she's doing, what she's telling you to do. And this is what will make you successful. So make sure that you listen to that call. The National Wake Up Call is a priority. They don't just put, corporate on there. They have coaches. They pull actual coaches from the network from different walks of life that share what's working for them and their best practices. Does that mean you change your entire business every time you listen to it? Absolutely not. But it means you're going to take nuggets from it. But I will say, I totally agree with Stephanie's Power Hour list. It's perfect. So make sure that you listen to that and you take notes. So it's not very long. It won't take you it's already on the podcast app. So make sure you listen to it, and make sure that you are scheduling in your calendar to listen to the wake up call every single week. And if you can't be on live, like I said in my video this morning, which I'm never able to be on live because that's when I drop my children off at school, that you listen to the recording, okay? Because there's no excuses. You can pull it up in the podcast app. If you have an Android, you can do Stitcher. If you just want to listen on your computer, you go to your back online office and listen to it. So do that. The other thing you're going to want to make sure that you're doing is make it your goal this month and each month to help 3 to 5 people. that's like a no-brainer. You guys, we're in the business of helping people. And so you need to be helping at least 3 people. That's a challenge pack every 10 days. If you really think about it, it's not that hard. Okay. So help at least 3 people. If you help 3 people really quickly, then you should help 5. If you help 5, you can help more. But make that your goal. You want to be helping people. And really the way to help them best and figure out who to help is you want to have a list. You cannot do this business without a list. You have to have a list. So what I do is, as you know, I'm really technical. So I keep my list in my notes section of my phone. And whenever somebody's name comes to mind, I put them in here. Other people use different things. You know, they use Excel spreadsheets. Jenny, she just introduced me to a program through Google called Streak, which looks amazing. And I'm implementing that right now, which is awesome. There's tons of different systems out there. Find what works for you, but don't spend a lot of time finding something, okay? Just get to it and make sure you have a list of people that you're helping. And when you help one person, if you sell somebody a challenge pack on that list and you've helped them or they've given you an absolute no on your 10 in play, take them off the list and put someone else's name in there. Always have 10 people on your list. That way you don't run out of people. And just keep that list with you. Keep it accessible so you can help people. So often I'll be in carpool or I'll be sitting at a soccer game in the rain or whatever I'm doing. And I will just message those people, you know, and because I always have my phone with me. When I write notebooks, it's impossible. I can't do that because there's just too much going on. The other thing that you want to make sure is with that you're actually inviting them. You're not just like making a conversation and being like, oh yeah, hi, how are you? Oh, I did an invite today. No, that's not an invite. That's just a hi, how are you? You want to be talking to these people and really formulating conversations with them, inviting and following up with them. And then make sure, hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Our doorbell's ringing. 1 second. Sorry, we live in a zoo. Anyway, so make sure that you are actually inviting them, but you're not sending a long thing. And I've talked about invites before. You want to keep it simple and keep it short. If you need help with inviting, let me know. But you need to keep it really simple and actually be inviting people and forming relationships with people. That's the hi, how are you? What have you been up to situation, you know, but you need to talk to people. As far as, you know, who to talk to, look at who you want to help. Who do you want to help? If you found a great new restaurant, who would you want to tell about it? If you saw a great new movie, then who would you want to talk with it? I'm so sorry. Sorry. This is the life of a mom, okay? Sorry about that. Anyway, so who are you going to want to help? Look at who you would talk to if you just saw a great movie, and talk to them and put them on your 10 in playlist, okay? Because that's who you're supposed to help. And then really just look for clues. The people that you are successful with helping, what kind of characteristics do they have? Are they in like a similar demographic? You know, like for example, I tend to help people that are busy because I'm busy. And so make sure that you are helping them. Okay. Like looking at who you can help, like, cause I know that I was busy when I started and I needed someone who could help me that, you know, understood what it's like to be busy. And so when I look at my clients, the first thing they always tell me is, I don't have enough time. Like, I don't know when I'm going to fit this in. And I'm like, you know what? I hear you. I don't know how the heck I fit it in, but I've been able to do it for the last 4 years. And I've been able to do it consistently and every day. And I am very busy. And they're like, oh, okay. Or I, you know, talk about some of my other clients and coaches, I'm like, well, this person, they have a full-time job, have several kids, and go to school full-time, and they're able to fit in. You can fit in. And they're like, okay. Because really what you're doing is you're giving them hope and you're helping them. So that's what you really want to do. And then lastly, go and just, do it. Schedule the time that you're going to take to work your business and stick to it. And working your business is not being on the Facebook newsfeed or surfing the web or looking for YouTube videos. That is a waste of time and it will get you nowhere. You can do that in your free time, which you can also schedule in your calendar. But schedule your work time when you're going to be working the business and stick to those work hours. And do the work. Do the power hour that Stephanie Chico talks about in the National Wake Up Call. And make sure that you're getting that scheduled in and you're getting it scheduled on a consistent basis. You don't have to work every single day, all day, 24 hours a day. It's not what this business is about. I don't do that. I don't expect any of my coaches to do that. That's why we get into this business, because we want to be self-employed. We want to make our own hours and we want to have freedom. And this business will give it to you if you allow it. But you do need to make sure you schedule the time that you're working and that you're effective and efficient. And that starts with the things I talked about. Having a list and having a goal to help 3 to 5 people. Because you can totally do this. Any of you can. And I want to see you all hit Success Club this month, because the Success Club prize is awesome. It's the P90X bundle. It's worth over $300. And if you hit Success Club, you will get that prize. And that is a pretty awesome prize. And if you already have P90X, good for you. Use it as a giveaway on your page or one of your challenge groups, because it's $300. It's basically $300. The company's giving you $300 gift for doing your job. What kind of company does that? They're just asking you to do your job and you get this amazing gift. So do it and let's be awesome. I cannot wait to see you guys all hit Success Club at the end of the month. And I want to hear any questions. So we have a lot of people that are on phones. So I'm going to unmute everybody. So if you do not have a question, just remute yourself, okay? Because 1 second here. Okay. Who has a question?
I have many. How do you see when somebody buys a package? How do you see what you earn?
Oh, I'll go over that with you. I'll send you a little tab. It's just in your online office. You go in there, and it's under the My Business tab, and you can go into and look at my commission, and it will show you what you earn. But I'll help you.
Yeah, because I went in and there was nothing there.
Yeah, it won't show up right away.
Okay.
It takes a couple days.
Okay.
But congratulations, she's a brand new coach, and she just sold her first 21-day fix. So
a week.
Yeah, she just signed up. And you guys, you want to know why she's successful right off the bat, you guys, because she's keeping it simple. She's totally keeping it simple. She's like, okay, this is Julie, by the way. She's over there. She's just like, all right, I'm going to, she's like, what do I have to do? And I'm like, well, this is what you have to do. And she's like, okay. And she just does it. And she's like, all right, I've got all these messages going. Now what? I'm like, we'll send them the link. She's like, okay. And I think a lot of times when we've been a coach for a while, we kind of make it more complicated than it is. I know I've been guilty of that. And that's why I love when new coaches come on, because I'm always reminded, I'm like, oh yeah, I just need to keep it simple. And that's really why I started with the keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it, because that's all it is. And you will see success. But congratulations, Julie. That's so cool.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Anybody?
Hey, Tanya, this is Megan Robbins. I have a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi. So do you recommend that people have kind of a running group for challengers in all different programs? Because where I'm starting overthinking it is like inviting people to my challenge group, then wanting to make sure that they get the program that's going to be right for them and that they're going to like. And so if I decide, well, I'm going to do a PIO challenge group, but this person wants to do P90X3, I can't be like, well, you can't come because you're not doing PIO. So You know what I mean? How do you
Yep.
structure that?
So I always have a open to anyone on Team 360 challenge group. I run it every single month, and you can do that. You are more than welcome to add people to that. So, and they can be doing any program as long as it's a Beachbody program. They can be added to that. So that takes the stress off of you of not having to run multiple challenge groups. And all I expect from you is to be in that group and supporting that person. So that way, but I allow all of the programs in there. But you can have, so like for me, I run 2 groups a month. I have my everybody mix of programs, because that's just life. That's how it's going to be. You're always going to have a lot of different, you get different people with different programs. And then I do have like a specific group, like a 21 Day Fix or a PIO group, or whatever my focus is for the month. And you are more than welcome to add your people to that group that I have. But if you got a lot of them, you could open another one. It's just a clue, like, okay, well, maybe I should do a group with all the programs. But you will always have like a straggler. So you're more than welcome to add them to my group. And I have them.
Maybe, is it just me?
What?
Nice freeze frame.
Sorry.
Nice freeze frame, Tony. You look great.
I know. Sorry. Did that come through okay? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I got it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Just message me and I'll add you. If you want to be added to that group, I'll add you, and then you can add whoever you want to it.
So I thought the 360
Okay, cool.
was just for coaches, isn't it? Or
Yeah. So the way it works is Team 360 is for coaches. It's just for coaches in our downline. So if you get a new coach that says, yes, I want to work this business, you add them to that group.
and if I have a customer,
Then if you have a customer, I have challenge groups for them. I have a monthly group that I always run, and then that you're welcome to add people to that. And then I have a 21 Day Fix group as well.
yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
So all I have to do is let you know, so you could add the person because you're okay.
I add you and you get to add them, because I want you to announce them and say, hey, this is Julie. She just got 21 Day Fix and Chocolate Shakeology, and she's super excited to get going. She's a mom of 2, and whatever else you want to say. I always like to kind of do that introduction for them so that they feel like, okay, they feel welcome.
Okay, got it.
Any other questions for me? I know anything? All right. Well, you guys, hey, we did it. Yes.
What was that Google app what was that called?
Oh, it's called Streak.
Streak.
Yeah, and it's through Google. If you go to streak.com, it's connected to Google, and you can look if you want to look it up. Jenny just turned me on to it, and I'm still figuring it out, so I don't know really all about it, but I'll let Jenny speak to that real quick.
I was just going to say, if people are interested, I was going to do a screen sharing and just do a couple quick videos. One of like, here's how if you're a new coach, you can just start putting your people in and using this to manage your list if there's interest, because it's free and it's inside your Gmail. So, and it has a lot of advanced tools that you can get into, but for for the newer coaches, you wouldn't want to waste your time on that. You just want a list. So if there's interest, I was going to work on that this week. And then also, if you're interested, you can just message me. It's Jenny Hobbs, Hobbs. I can help you get like your basic setup going. I can share what I'm doing with you, so you don't have to do so much setup time. So just contact me if you have questions about that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to use it, and I'm not a big I've tried a lot of different management systems, and this one looks like a winner to me, but it's all what works for you. You got to know what works for you. Yes, Justin.
So I know that I've spoken briefly with you about this. Podcast apps for an Android. Does anybody have one that actually works?
Sarah does.
Which one do you use?
Sorry, I had to unmute. I use, it's orange. Podcast Addict. It's a little orange circle, and I love it.
Awesome.
What is
Cool.
that
Thank
for?
you very much.
If you have an Android phone for podcasts, I use Podcast Addict.
So is Stitcher not work? Does it not work? I don't have an Android. I have an iPhone, so I have no clue.
The last time I tried it, I could find little bits and pieces here about Beachbody and stuff, but I couldn't find anything consistent that was running, that was recent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. I also kind of want to show, I guess you guys can't see. I'll screenshot what the team, what it is it's Team Beachbody Podcast is what you want to search. At least I know that's true for an iPhone in the podcast app. Is that true for that one too, Sarah? Okay. Sarah saying yes.
Yeah.
So search Team Beachbody Podcasts, and I would download that to your phone so that it will automatically upload the podcast each week for you. And that way I always know that if I'm there, I can listen to it. And like, I like to go back and listen to old ones too, because they're all very, they're all very valuable. I haven't actually ever listened to one and been like, that was a waste of time. They're all valuable. And I just keep them on my phone because I always find myself like, in between things, I'm driving carpool, and I try to listen to podcasts because like today I had 3 little girls singing One Direction in my back seat at the top of their lungs. So I had my earbuds in and trying to listen to a podcast just to keep my sanity. So, you just got to kind of work with what you got. And so that's what, you got to have those on call so you can do it. And sometimes it might just save you from, losing your mind. So anyway, anybody else have a question before we wrap up? Anybody?
Thank you, ladies, for that, by the way.
I want to thank you all for coming. This is awesome. Like I said, honestly, you guys, this is my favorite time of year. It's my favorite time to be a coach. This is like, as Shailene would say, the bomb.com. It's just a cool time to be a coach and be helping people. And sorry, I'm like a total cheese ball. So I just, I'm excited to get out there and see how many people we as a team can help and how we can inspire others. Because for me, just being able to help them get their health back, and it really opens them up to possibilities. It opens them up, to have confidence, which is something a lot of people haven't had, and just be able to do things that they never thought they could. And you are here and you are able to help them do that too. So make sure you know who you're going to help. Go out and help 3 people. If you've already helped 3 people, help 5. If you've helped 5, help more. Why should you stop? Don't ever take your foot off of the pedal just because, you're like, oh, I already helped enough people. No, share with more and help them, because really that's our business. We're in the business of helping others. And that's a great job. It's an amazing thing that we get to do. And make sure that you're getting yourself out there. You're putting yourself out there. So when somebody, is like, I need to get healthy, I need to get on a schedule, the first person they think of is you. So really that's message I want to leave you with tonight. And I'm excited to see what you guys do and how successful you are. In addition to the P90X Awesome Success Club prize that you get for just helping 3 people, anybody that hits Success Club that is not yet a diamond is going to go into they're going to get their name put in for every challenge pack they sell. And I'm going to draw for a $50 Amazon gift card at the end of the month. So that could be you. So if you hit Success Club and then every challenge pack that you sell, I will put your name in there one time and you could get your name drawn. And so you can be rocking out with your P90X bundle and buying stuff on Amazon. So it should be pretty awesome. All right, you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Night.
Thanks.
Night.